really well at arriving on time, and I really appreciate that because then it lets us get through what we need to for the morning. So, in the chat box, tell us, pick your Bitmoji number. How are you feeling today on this Thursday?
Is this my girlfriend? Oh, it's a...
Yeah. Uh, mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling about between a 1 and a 2. Um, I'm my allergies are killing me this week. Oh no. Yeah, that would not be fun because that's kind of how I'm feeling tired because I have my allergies and I'm stuffy and yeah. So each week I'm gonna try to have something different for us to do a check-in to see how we're feeling. I know you'll see different SELs. I'm probably gonna move most of our SELs into just doing them in the morning meetings, and I might you still have one here and there, but for the most part, we'll be in our morning meeting. So today's Thursday, and we'll have our Start with Hello week. So make sure that you check in with your GUP counseling page. Just see if there's any activities you want to participate in today. All right. So yesterday, some of you asked about, okay, what would a schedule look like for the day? You do not have to follow this. This is just a basic kind of help you. How could you break your day up? I did put this on our science and math page, and I'll show you where that is in a moment. But essentially, between 8 and 8:30, you're waking up, getting breakfast, getting dressed. You can work on encores from 8:30 to 9:30, depending on how much work you have for those. You might even finish all of your encores by that point. I did put 2 spots for encores on here. Then you'll notice I have these 15-minute breaks, these stretching, move, get a snack. It's very important that you do have breaks. Your brain needs to be able to walk away and switch it up in order for you to actually learn. You should not try to complete all your subjects in a row without ever taking just a 10 or 15-minute break because your brain can't process that much information. So then from 9:45 to 10 we have our morning meetings. And here's something I want everyone to notice. I'm switching up our live sessions. A lot of you have let me know in emails and messages that you do better with a live session as far as getting the work done. Any live session you come to is going to take care of an assignment. So when you come to a live session, that doesn't mean you have to do the live session and then all the work for the day. We're getting the work done in the live session so that it helps you kind of stay on task and get the information, the help that you need. So I've decided I'm going to offer science from 10 to 10:45. And you notice I put 10:45. I'm going to stop teaching at 10:45 because Miss Brown has hers from 11 to 12 and you guys need that break. And so we are going to do that. Even if that means we don't get through everything for that moment, we are going to stop at 10:45. And we'll do math twice a week. And then you'll notice for Wednesdays, it says Science Live or a virtual field trip. So every other week, we're going to do a virtual field trip. So you'll either do Science Live or a virtual field trip. And we're going to alternate every other week for the virtual field trips. and they may or may not be science related. They may or may not be social studies related. We're just going to do different virtual field trips. Our first one will be next Wednesday. So I've broken that up for you here. Then again, you need that 15-minute break. There's lots of scientific evidence that proves how those breaks help our brains remember and create long-term memories and help us learn. That's why schools should have recess and have those breaks built in. Then we have Monday and Tuesday your live sessions with Miss Brown, and then that's where I've moved my office hours for Thursday. Wednesday you can work on your math assignments, because Wednesdays I have my evening office hour for parents that work and maybe during the day and want to be able to come in and talk with me. Then I have an hour for lunch. I recommend that you do take a nice long lunch, because you do need that break. And I also recommend that you go outside, even if it's just sitting on a patio, because getting sunshine helps our brains and it helps our bodies. It's really important to actually go outside. I know that's one thing I struggle with working from home is I don't go as many places as I usually do. So it's important that you go outside a little bit. Obviously, if it's raining all day, that's different. But and then from 1 to 2, Miss Brown has her office hours. And you'll notice where we have our office hours, I've put like the subject. And the reason for that is if you are someone who's like has trouble focusing, like my daughter has ADHD, I have ADHD, and it makes it very hard to sit and focus. And one of the strategies for that is if you come into our office hours, you can work on your assignment with us in the background, so that if you can pop back over into Teams and say, hey, I'm struggling on this, and we can help you work through that a little bit. So use our office hours. That's why they're there. My office hours on Monday and Tuesday will be from 2 to 3. On Wednesday, if you need some help, I can open up this 11 to 12 spot. I'll probably doing a lot of our grading and stuff on that Wednesday. And then from 11 to 12 on Thursday will be my office hours. But that's kind of where I would work on those subjects. Then again, another 15-minute break. And then you have, if you need to finish encores, and if you have any missing assignments, extensions, other things to work on, you can do that throughout the day. This might not take you this long. You may be able to shorten this where you're working on assignments for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, depending on how fast you work. This is just like a general overview idea of how you can. If you are not a morning person, you can shift all this and work later into the evening or break it up. But this is just to give you all just a general idea of how, you can work through the day and try to make sure you're getting everything done and keeping up with everything. So I hope that helps. I did post it. Let me see if I can show you. Maybe I need to. Yeah, okay. So on our homepage, on math and science, down here at the bottom, I have this suggested schedule. And you'll even see the little picture of it. And you can click here and see it. You can write it down in your planner or somewhere else, print it off, whatever works for you. Take a screenshot of it. That's just a suggested schedule. All right. So, for today, it is Friday Junior. We have our solid, liquid, and gas Nearpod. Now, if you came to our live session yesterday, you do not need to do this because you already did it. So, like I said, our live sessions, we're going to cover one of our topics. So, you won't have to do that today. There's a properties of matter stations practice that you can take. And it's about 10 minutes. Should take you about 10, maybe 15 minutes. For math, you have our Think Through It Thursday, which is a word problem that I want you to kind of think through and explain. Then we have Unit 2, Lesson 2. And we have from 11 to 12. So starting next week, our live sessions are 10 to 11. But because I haven't, this is a new change, I am still doing today's 11 to 12 for anyone that doesn't make this morning meeting and hear that. I do have office hours 10 to 11, so if you need to stay and get help getting started, we can do that. And before I give it over to Miss Brown, I do want to show you all, I did switch something up. I've had many people making the mistake of making the mistake of completing the practice problems before they've watched the lesson. And the important thing with that is if you do that, then you don't know what you need to be doing. So I have videos in here. Sometimes there'll be videos I've made. Sometimes there'll be videos that another teacher has made that is on the exact same lesson. So like today for our lesson is you have to first make sure you log into your Google account. Then you have to watch the video. There's 3 parts. Watch the video above. Always read all of your directions. I think many of you are just like trying to like come in, you hit submit and write the word done. If you write the word done and you don't actually do the work, you get a 0. So just because it comes off of your to-do list doesn't actually mean you get the problems done. So first thing you're going to do is watch the video. Then you'll open up our practice problems. When you come in to do these practice problems, you can take them as many times as you want. So when you come in, you can take them as many times as you want. Put your last name and then your first name. You'll complete them. They're pretty short. It's not going to let me do it because I'm not going to answer it right now. So just take the time to do that. If you get to the end and you don't have all 17 points, then go back and redo it. Also, you'll notice whenever you get a question wrong and actually right, there's a video under that feedback that you get on the quiz, it's called a quiz, but it's just practice problems. That if you watch that video, it will tell you how to answer the problem, help you solve the problem, so that you can go back and get it right. When you're done with the practice problems, you've gotten the grade that you're happy with. I suggest that you make it an A. So for something worth 17 points, you want at least like 15 to 16 points, correct, before I would say move on. And then you're going to complete this cool down. This cool down is always going to be the most important. This is worth 20 points. This is worth 17 points of your grade. The cool down is right here. There's 2 parts. And then that is what you're going to be typing or uploading a picture from in your actual Canvas assignment. So you can't just write done. I know we were doing that on the practice problems, but now I've put the practice problems in here. So it's really on our homepage. It looks like one single assignment, but there's 3 parts. So I hope that helps you all with completing our math. And I'm going to give it back over here to Miss Brown. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I do. I'm dirty.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that either. So I'm glad that we asked.
Yeah, there should be a charcoal. Stars. No. I got it. Wait. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 7 minutes left. 5 minutes left, so we go.
Yes. And speaking of it being Friday, Junior, we do not have a meeting on Friday. And the reason for that is not because I don't want to see you all, because I really do, but we have lots of meetings on Fridays. That's like the teachers, day for all of our meetings. So I know I have like 4 meetings tomorrow, and the first one's at 9 o'clock. So we can't come in here at 9:45 because we'll be in meetings, unfortunately. So because of that, I just want us to touch up on what we're doing Friday. So for science, you have the States of Matter quiz. We were going to be looking at doing a Magic School Bus watch party with science as a whole, but I have not heard definitive answers for that. So as of right now, I check. I'm going to write it on our agenda for tomorrow if that actually is going to happen. But because of some meeting conflicts, I don't know if we're doing that. But I'm going to see if I can find a link where you can watch it on YouTube. That's optional. But you have your States of Matter quiz. Make sure that you just really go through that. If you go through that solid, liquid, and gas Nearpod and you're comfortable with that, you should do okay on this quiz. I am going to open up quiz corrections for our all of our quizzes, next week. So then math. You have Unit 2, Lesson 3, and Unit 2, Lesson 4. And you might be like, why is there 2 of them? They're both very short, and they go together. So even if we were in school, these 2 units are taught, these 2 lessons are taught together. So make sure you do all 3 parts, like I showed you earlier, the video, the practice problems, and the cool down. Your grade is based on that. So if you just type the word done in, or you only do the cool down and not the practice problems, it's going to hurt your grade. Any of our lessons like this, you can always go back and redo until you get the grade you're happy with. And then if you have time, I'd like you to play Prodigy for about 15 minutes at least. It helps me gather data, and it's also fun, and it helps you. And then Miss Brown. Yep, I think we're good. I know we went a little bit over, going over 2 days and going over that schedule. So, also, our principal, Miss Robeson, wanted us to tell you there was going to be a parent town hall. I had posted an announcement for. It is canceled for today and is rescheduled for October 1st, September 29th and October 1st. So I'm going to send you that information on Canvas as well, but just to get a heads up in case you were planning on that. Go forth, have a wonderful day, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and send us a message or email if you need help with anything. There is no school on Monday, so you could use Monday to get caught up on work. There's nothing there planned. So if you're behind and you're panicking, that's a good day to do it. If you're caught up and you're good, then take Monday off. Go outside, enjoy the sun. Fall weather is here, so even if you have allergies like me, still try to get some sunshine. All right, you guys have a great day. Yes, no live sessions, no office hours. Yep. Bye.